Good afternoon and welcome to our conference on Living Transcultural Spaces, the Melbourne leg of Diaspore Italiane, Italy in Movement. I extend a particularly warm welcome to conference participants who have come from afar, from overseas, New York, etc., from our states and territories, and from regional Victoria. In welcoming you all to this conference and to Coasit, I welcome you to the land of the Wurundjeri people, the first Australians and the first peoples of our land. I acknowledge, thank and pay my respects to Wurundjeri people and elders past and present for their care and stewardship of the land on which we meet. I also acknowledge that this conference is under the patronage of the Ministero dei Beni e delle Attività Culturali e del Turismo. As is customary at these events, I must cover some items first. Firstly, as a courtesy to the speakers that are to follow and to conference participants, could you please switch off your mobile phones now if you have not done so? Secondly, the reference point for any matter or query relating to this conference are my two colleagues, Paolo Baracchi and Ferdinando Colarosti, that some of you may or may not know and who are standing to my right. Thank you for that acknowledgement. They've done a lot of work. Thirdly, the facilities are located on this floor in the corridor outside the conference hall. I should also mention that there has been a slight adjustment to this afternoon's program, both in terms of the welcome from the three partners and also from the key speakers, with Marco Fedi addressing the conference prior to the address by Sir James Gobble. Thank you for that. On behalf of Coasit, I extend a warm welcome to our Consul General and to our Coasit conference partners, particularly the John D. Calandra Italian American Institute, the Galata Museo del Mare e delle Migrazioni Genova, and I call on the Consul General, Dr. Pierluigi Trombetta, to officially open the conference.
Buongiorno. Sir James Gobbo, former Governor of Victoria, Professor Anthony Tamburi, Dean of the John Calandra Italian American Institute, Mrs. Rhonda Barro, President of Coasit, Professor Maddalena Tirabossi, Director of Centro Altre Italie, former Member of Italian Parliament Marco Fedi, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. Maybe with our glasses is better. It is an honor to have and a privilege to be here today at the opening of this symposium. And I would really like to congratulate Coasit for hosting it here in Melbourne. It's quite an effort. The topics which will be debated during this symposium are very complex, but Italian migration and the Italian diaspora deserve to be carefully studied, because Italian migration is not just relevant for Italians, but has significant implication for the whole world, because not many phenomena have influenced world history quite as much as Italian migration. Let us imagine for a minute that Italians had never left Italy, and now think how the world would be today. Italian migration and eventually Italian diaspora have shaped and changed world history. Every single person in this room has changed history, and your parents and your grandparents have. Many people and professors have studied Italian migration and its social and economic consequences. Many others have studied Italian diaspora and the strong ties to culture, but few studies have placed emphasis on the global importance of it for all mankind. We should proudly say that Italians have been instrumental in shaping this world as it is now. Just think to Australia, would Australia or United States be the same if it were not for Italian migration? It is therefore extremely important for us to have experts from these three countries gather here to delve into it, as it reinforces the notions that our migration and diaspora have far-reaching impacts. I have read the program, and I'm really impressed by the topics you have selected and by the experts who will discuss them. This symposium is a collaborative, huge effort, and I'm really eager to read the documents which will be published at its conclusion. I'm sure that the discussions which will take place in the upcoming days will not just be from an historic perspective, nor merely present a present-day picture of Italian migration and diaspora. This conference will be also essential to better understand and deal with future trends, such as migration from southern Mediterranean countries to Europe, something that is bound to change Europe forever. Italian migration has not ceased, and I would like to conclude by talking about the current wave of Italian immigration to Australia. Young Italians, after many years, have started to leave Italy again, a totally new phenomenon. Most of them will spend only a few years abroad, and eventually they will return to Italy. This migration flow from Italy is slowly decreasing, but it will influence Italy for some more years to come. I mention this new migration because, to me, what makes it really different from traditional immigration is the cultural impact it will have on Italy in the near future. Traditional migration changed Italy demographically. It culturally influenced the countries of destination, but it has never culturally influenced Italy. That is why Italian culture in Italy has developed on a different path with respect to Italian culture abroad. This new migration will instead influence and shape Italian culture back home, because when many of these young Italians return, they will be different from the time they left, and they will bring back with them their wealth of experiences, ideas, and values, thus greatly enriching Italy. Italian traditional migration has changed the world. Current Italian migration, in spite of being less demographically relevant, will change Italy, and this is something you should also discuss about. I think I've talked too much. I wish you all the best to the symposium, and I thank you again to many contributors who have put so much effort in it. Thank you.